Okay, guys, calm down. The next muscle we have to do is the tricep. If my patient will stand backwards, basically the whole back of the arm from the shoulder to the elbow, this is the tricep. Bend your elbow just a little bit for me. Its main action, yes, it does help extend the shoulder, but its main job is to straighten out the elbow. So I will ask my patient, push down into my hand, straighten out your elbow, and that's where we're gonna get this to pop out. Okay, next one on the list is kind of fun. Turn around for me. Palmaris longus. You'll have your patient squeeze their pinky and thumb together and then slightly bring the wrist back. And if you see this tendon pop out dead center right there, that is palmaris longus. Now, thank you. Only about 20% of the 80% of the population has a palmaris longus. 20% don't. So I'm gonna borrow my daughter here. Okay, so she squeezes and she comes back and there is nothing there. So she is missing her palmaris longus. So this is a fun thing to kind of look around your house and see who has it and who doesn't. My husband and I both have it. Both my daughters don't. I haven't checked my son yet. So your question might be on a skill check, if you were asked to find palmaris longus and you ask your patient to squeeze their thumb and finger together and flex their wrist and you decide that they don't have one, well, then you just tell me that because you assessed for it correctly. If your patient doesn't have one, they don't have one. But if they do, being able to recognize it. Okay, so let's go down to flexor carpi radialis. Okay, so this one, leave the fingers alone and just try to bend your wrist up like this for me. And you see this pop out? Okay, and you'll see it's not dead center. It's a little bit more towards the thumb. So if you had someone that did have a palmaris longus, it would be the more medial of the two. It would be dead center. And then flexor carpi radialis would be on the outside of it. So that is flexor carpi radialis. And if we look at flexor carpi ulnaris, what I want you to do is just come this way a little bit and flex up. This one right here. You can see a little bit right there. Push real hard for me. Awesome. That is flexor carpi ulnaris. It's right underneath the pisiform. Okay, both of these are real strong. They are pretty easy to see. Okay. So I like these because the name tells you where they are and what they do. Flexor, they flex the wrist. Carpi means wrist, so that's what they're flexing. Radialis is going to be on the radial side of the forearm. Ulnaris is going to be on the ulnar side of the forearm or the pinky side. Okay, so now we're going to go to the other side and we're going to go to our extensors. Now, for our extensors, we have extensor carpi radialis brevis and extensor carpi radialis longus. Where we're going to find them, you don't really have to differentiate between the two, okay? As long as you can tell it's extensor carpi radialis something, either brevis or longus, you are good. There is a really good picture in Trail Guide on page 137, which is showing extensor carpi radialis longus and brevis, and then extensor digitorum under that, and then extensor carpi ulnaris right there at the bottom of the forearm if the hand's in neutral. So that's what I'm going to show you. So my patient, would you stand right here for me? It'll be easier to see. Let's push the chair out of our way. Okay, so I'm going to have my patient's forearm in neutral. Stand straight for me. Thank you. Okay, just try to bend your elbow for me. Try to bend your elbow. It's okay. Go ahead. Push up. Okay, so this right here is what? Brachioradialis, I hope you all said. Come just to the side of that. Okay, brachioradialis was right here. Come just underneath it, just lateral to it. Now, patient, can you flex your wrist back like that for me? Good. Can you see that? Go ahead, relax it and flex it. Can you see it pop out there? Okay, that is extensor carpi radialis longus and extensor carpi radialis brevis. You don't have to differentiate them, okay? if my patient has her forearm, again, in neutral, if I come way down here, right against the ulna bone, okay, right down there, and I ask my patient to flex their wrist back, I will feel that. But something else I can do is have her ulnarly deviate, okay, and relax, come back up, and bring it down again, and you will feel that tighten very nicely. So come back and down kind of at the same time. Oh, that's nice. Okay, extension with that radial deviation. Now it's kind of fun because if I'm feeling down here and I just have her radially deviate, go ahead for me, pop it up, I feel nothing. Okay, but if she extends and goes down, ooh, I feel everything. I feel that tighten up really good. Okay, so extensor carpi radialis longus and brevis, they extend the wrist and radially deviate. If you wanted to add that, you can. Extensor carpi ulnaris, it extends with ulnar deviation. Okay, and that finishes up the hand. So that's all the muscles of the upper extremity. Today you have a couple of questions to answer. And then Monday, we're gonna do a review, kind of like we did for the bones, where I give you a list of muscles all mixed up and see if you can get them. If we need more review time than one day, we'll take it. And then we're gonna start lower extremity. Okay, let me know how you guys are doing. Thanks.